Top Gear TV Series 25 Episode 2 Preview. McLaren vs McLaren. The McLaren 720S takes on the mighty P1 while Matt and Chris go into the wild. New pictures here. In Britain, a weekend away in the country generally means a welly-clad tramp across a muddy field, a poke around an antique shop, maybe even a tea cake or two. In America, however, they take the whole weekend away in the country thing rather more seriously. Barbecues the size of bison, tents the size of even larger bison, and most importantly, a trailer full of off-road toys. We're talking ATVs, dirt bikes, personnel tanks. These off-road toys are big business in the States, and Matt LeBlanc said he wanted to know which was the most fun for a weekend away in the country. So, Matt being Matt, he rounded up a literal truckload of things and headed deep into the Californian wilderness, equipped with nothing but a house-sized tent, several hundred kilos of meat, and a Chris Harris to help erect the former and eat the latter. Upon arrival in the wilderness, Matt disclosed he may have had an ulterior motive for bringing a bunch of all-terrain vehicles into the forest of upstate California. Things got a bit revenant. Also in this week's episode, it's Mack versus Mack in a Mack special Mack race round Mack Portimao. A few years back, when he lived in the internet rather than being shackled in the belfry of Top Gear towers, Chris Harris was the first journalist to bring together the modern hypercar trinity of P1, McLaren P1 for LaFerrari and the Porsche 918 on track. That track specifically was Portimao, on Portugal's Algarve coast. The fastest of the trio, in Harris's annoyingly able midst, was the McLaren. Now, 2 years later, Harris is back at the Portimao to answer a supremely interesting question. Just how close can the new McLaren 720S get to its track-optimised Big Brother P1 around the race circuit? On paper, it should be an easy win for the P1, which has more than 200 horsepower extra, clever hybrid gubbins, and cost four times the amount. But the 720S is lighter and boasts a bunch of clever aerodynamic stuff and a snazzy flip-down instrument binnacle, which has to be worth at least half a second lap for show-off factor alone. Can the upstart McLaren get within touching distance of the Big Daddy? Harris straps on his fastest racing shoes to find out. Plus, Lee Mack is our star in a reasonably priced fast car. Tune in this Sunday, March 4th at 8 o'clock, BBC 2, BBC 2 HD and BBC iPlayer in the UK. Rory Reid is your host for Top Gear's companion show, Extra Gear, which kicks off at 9 PM on BBC 3 and BBC iPlayer. This article was once again brought to you by topgear.com. A link to the website and program website will be in the description below. Coming up now is a series of Top Gear Series 25 Episode 2 preview images. If you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel for more automotive news and reviews on Top Gear and the Grand Tour. I'll be back next week with your preview of Top Gear Series 25 Episode 3. I will leave info cards and information up in the top right hand corner of the screen now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.